Red leader, goal 5 is useless. I'm going to take him out myself.
Come on, 28.
Hello and welcome to the VR Cauldron. I'm Witch, and today we're talking about Star Wars.
Hello there.
More specifically, the upcoming space dogfighting simulator, Star Wars Squadrons. Now, for people like me who played X-Wing and TIE Fighter and X-Wing versus TIE Fighter back in the day,
I'm getting too old for this sort of thing.
the news of this game is very exciting indeed. But this game also promises to share the joys of Star Wars dogfighting with a whole new generation of Star Wars fans. Let's call them the prequel generation, because the sequels don't deserve a generation.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Alright, let's call them the Rogue One generation. Anyway, we haven't seen a whole lot of Squadrons gameplay at the moment, but we do know there's two modes. There's a 5 versus 5 dogfighting, and there's also a mode where you have to take down capital ships. We know there's going to be a VR mode and a pancake mode so everyone can play it, and that you're going to be able to use the joystick and throttle combination we know as hot ass. You can also use my favourite combination, which is 2 joysticks, that's known as hose ass. However, I only like to use hose ass when I can thrust left, right, up and down, just like you can in Elite Dangerous. And if you can't do that in Squadrons, and I have a good feeling that you can't, I won't be needing hose ass, because I only really need hose ass when I can thrust. Feel free to talk about that in the comments though. Something that Squadrons will have though is the ability to divert power to shields, thrusters, engines, or guns, just like you can in Elite Dangerous. So if you're waiting around with nothing to do whilst you wait for Squadrons to come out, I've got 3 games to show you that might scratch that dogfighting itch whilst you wait. It's not like you're going to the beach anyway.
I don't like sand.
No, I meant because of lockdown, Annie. And anyway, no one social distances at the beach.
I hate them.
Alright, calm down. We'll be looking at End Space from Orange Bridge Studios. It's $15.49 on Steam, but also available on the Oculus store for both Rift and Quest. And it's cross-buy, so if you buy it for one system, you'll get it on the other for free. Then we'll look at Valkyrie from CCP, a spin-off from their huge space MMO. It's $24.99 on Steam, but sadly not on Quest. And then finally, the actual space MMO, Elite Dangerous from Frontier Developments. It's $19.99 on Steam, and also not on Quest. However, all 3 games can be played without VR, and if your computer is half decent, you can probably play them on Quest using a link cable or virtual desktop. If you need help with that, feel free to ask in the comment section, and I'll point you in the right direction. Now, I'm not going to do a full review on these, I'm just going to do some dogfighting so you can get a feel for the games, and if you do want to get one of them, you can always head over to Steam or the Oculus store, read their reviews, and that might help you make your mind up as well. I will say right now that they're all good fun. Valkyrie and End Space are much more about the dogfighting, whereas Elite is much more in depth. It has the dogfighting, but it has a whole host of other things. It's got trading, a more complicated flight model. It's got an endless galaxy to explore, and you can basically do whatever you want. So remember, don't be a Qui-Gon Jinn and go to the beach when you should be at home playing computer games.
Do not defy the Council, Master, not again.
I shall do what I must, Obi-Wan.
My gun's in trouble.
How feel you?
Is the wrong type of gin altogether. Before I launch, if you love VR and you wouldn't mind seeing more of my VR videos, make sure you blast that subscribe and bell button so when I post something new, it will arrive direct to your hangar bay. Right, in we go. So first up is End Space. I played this ages ago on my Gear VR, and it's since been released on Rift and Quest. You can use the motion controllers to play as a virtual joystick using the touch controller joysticks, or using your own gamepad or flight stick like I am. I'm unable to use my cheap-ass configuration as my second joystick isn't being recognised, possibly due to a driver issue, but due to the lack of lateral and vertical thrust and more basic ship controls, I don't really need it. You can even control your ship or target using your gaze, which basically means by looking around, which can cut down on the number of controls you actually need to worry about. This game does have a storyline, and you basically get launched into different scenarios based on where the story's going. When you complete missions, you get paid, and then you can use that money to upgrade your ship. Considering the game was originally released on Gear VR and Go, the graphics are pretty good. They're not amazing, but the game is very immersive, and it was the first space game I ever played in VR, and the feeling of being able to track my enemies as they fly past was mind-blowing. I'd definitely pick this up if it was on sale, and I'd seriously consider buying it for full price. And it is cross-buy between the Rift and Quest, so if you buy it on one platform, you'll automatically own it for free on the other. Anakin, just stay on autopilot. I'll set it to take you back.
R2, get us off this autopilot. It's gonna get us both killed.
Oh my god. Okay, Anakin, just go right.
Okay, let's go left.
Oh god. Oh god, I don't like doing too many. Did I get it? I don't think I did. Get off my friend.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Right, that's it. I'm gonna give you a damn good thrashing.
Now this is fun.
Engines online. Magnetic catapult initialized.
Soon we've got a hand tracking on to be able to grab things.
2, 1.
And have to do this. Here we go. Come on. Yes! Second up, we have Valkyrie. This is probably the prettiest of all three games, and you really get a sense of speed as you weave in and out the big station thingies. However, I have to admit that I never completed the full campaign or did much multiplayer on it. For some reason, it just never interested me. I ended up jumping in from time to time just to do a bit of dogfighting against the AI. I love the launch and the magnetic catapult as it does remind me of Battlestar Galactica. The sound effects are pretty average, but I do like the sound of the guns because they really convince me that they've got some oomph. Now, I did buy this at full price, and it was one of the first games I got for my Rift. It was one of the original big releases on the Rift, so I felt like I had to have it. As of right now, if I didn't already own it, 100% buy it if it was on sale. If it wasn't on sale, personally I think I'd just add it to my wish list and wait for it to come down in price. It is the most expensive game of the three, at £25. It is a lot of fun, but knowing that the campaign didn't really interest me, I wouldn't want to spend that much money on it, especially considering how old the game is. It does look great though. Oh, again. One. Yes. What's that? What's that? What's that? All of this. Some of the weapons.
Open your tactical menu to view weapons and abilities of the ship you are currently piloting.
Oh, bang.
Fighters coming in.
I'll sort them out. Yes! Right, in we go! I'm here! Don't be a wimp. Come on, a bit more. Oh, yes! Goodbye, base. Get Hal again. Gonna get Hal? No. And finally, we have the descendants of the great grandfather of space games, Elite Dangerous. It's the kind of game you can just lose hours to trying to find an asteroid. In fact, I've done exactly that. It really is a space life simulator. If you want to get your dogfighting fix, you can enter the arena against other players, or just use one of the tutorials like I'm doing right now. If you want to dogfight to earn your money, you can visit a low security system and bounty hunt by killing pirates around an asteroid field. The graphics aren't mind-blowing, but it still looks really good. What really immerses you is the amazing sound design and the way the cockpit menus open when you look at them. It really does convince you that you're in a cockpit of your very own ship. The game is absolutely huge, and it's definitely worth $19.99. However, I have seen it on sale for less than half of that price, so if you want to save a bit of money, hang fire and wait for a sale. Red 13 standing by.
Lock air spoils in attack position.
We're passing through the magnetic field. Hold tight. Control power to front. Deflector screen.
What about behind?
Switch all power to front. Deflector screen.
Forget that shit. I'm stabilizing my rig deflector. Oh, that wasn't good.
Watch for enemy fighters.
They're coming in. 3 marks at 210.
Stabilize your rear deflectors.
That's what I just said.
But I can't maneuver.
Stay on target.
You know they're just going to shoot him if he stays on target, yeah?
Stay on target. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Red leader, gold 5 is useless. I'm going to take him out myself. Come on, 28.
Behind.
Yeah. Come on. Yes. Yes. Shields. Back. 15%. One more.
Use the Force, Luke.
Luke, turn on your targeting computer, you Burke. You're a loony. Oh, bloody hell, what's wrong with these people? Right, my turn.
Have you not?
Turn down, turn down, turn down. Come on, we can do this. 0%.
Target destroyed.
Oh yes. So there we have 3 fun VR space games that you can play out of VR 2 whilst you wait for Star Wars Squadrons. You could buy Battlefront 2, but it's crap. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to help a VR lover out, you know what to click. And if you'd like to see more of these games done in VR, just let me know in the comments. So I've been Witch, you've been watching the VR Cauldron. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you next time. See ya!